Good morning, good morning, do 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 do. Good morning to you. Ooh, it's so echoey in here, it distracts me. I'm like, I want to sing that again. Just sounds like, whoa. Good morning, sing along with me. Good morning, do 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 do. Good morning to you. My voice is a little husky and hoarse from down here at the farm. There can be a lot of yelling because you're calling across the fields and stuff. It's a lot of hoo-wee. And I realize that I come on and I'm like, do-do. That's just funny. I'm gonna do it one more time because I'm really enjoying singing and hear this echo. So sing with me. Good morning, do 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 do. Good morning to you, yodelily. Well, hopefully that was a wonderful illustration of giving yourself a permission slip. I've been singing it every morning, even with a little bit hoarser voice. I had recovered from yelling at one dog not to get the ducks, and then ended up having to yell for Bane to come across a long field for a good 400-yard dash. So those sweet duckadoos. Luckily, Bane is more just, one of them stopped. As soon as that one stopped, he's like, oh, you don't want to play chase? Then he ran after the other ones. I was like, oh, duckadoos and Bane, Whoopsie Daisy. So today is Whoopsie Daisy Story Day. Let's do some Whoopsie Daisy stories, our microdosing tool. I've spontaneously shared two with you already. One, I'm hoarse and I can't quite sing the intro the way I normally do. Excuse me. And two is my puppy ran after our sweet little duckadoos. We have 4 ducks here that we helped foster and raise, and they're precious, but they're a little too attached to us, so they come up to the house. No dogs approach them when they're down at the pond doing their normal duck thing, but when they come up to the house, there's a clash of 2 worlds. So no ducks have been harmed in the making of that Whoopsie Daisy story, though. Just mommy's voice calling out like, come, at the top of my lungs, to a very excited puppy who's like, you've got to be kidding. There are 4 giant running stuffed animals here for me to play with. No, they are not. So he's learning. And we're actually doing some proactive training around that. So this will not continue on. Let's see. And then the third Whoopsie Daisy, we had dinner with a family down here that we know. And I was with my mom and dad. And my dad, we'd had a lot of guests and a lot of activity. And my dad is a raconteur. He's a storyteller. He's a leader. He is exuberant. And occasionally his daughter has a bit of a like, I'd like to turn down the volume. And so we were at dinner and he spoke over me and cut me off. And, that's okay, but there'd been a bit of that going on. And I was beginning to feel less than satisfied with the conversation, the joy and the flow of the conversation. And so I spoke up and I was like, oh, Papa-san, you interrupted me. I would like to finish that sentence. And his face, it looked like he was talking and he was all excited and he had sort of a round, very exuberant face. And looked like, my friend said, it looked like somebody taking a pin and popped the balloon. He was like, so we just dealt with a whoopsie daisy of when you're with family and sometimes you bump up against each other because because sometimes your needs conflict and your desires and wants conflict, and there's some kind of bumping up against and jostling. That's part of intimacy and part of being in a family, but being resilient in those moments and knowing that everybody is perfectly imperfect, and lots of compassion for everybody, for myself, for him. And it was just a wonderful whoopsie daisy, my friend's image of like the balloon getting popped. and the thinking about jostling around for elbow room with each other. Both of those images help turn this discomforting situation into humor and into a good whoopsie daisy story that we may use. There might be quite a number of callbacks to that. But so I just wanted to come on and share those with you guys, because life is full of imperfect moments, full of wobbles, full of opportunities to expand. It's just great opportunities to grow, great neuroplastic opportunities. And so continuing to rehearse, how do we not react and get upset with those things? And how do we find ways to soften it and be more at ease? And first and foremost, soothe and comfort ourselves. And laughter can often be a way to help shake off some of the other feelings. So I hope that inspires you to play with Whoopsie Daisy Stories. Let's take 3 solidarity breaths. May today surprise and delight us. I'll see you tomorrow.